Russia-Ukraine war information today. Ukraine admits it is difficult to maintain the F-16. Russia raised the conditions for peace negotiations. Russia said it destroyed many Western military assets. The Russian Ministry of Defense said that in the past day, Russian air defense units intercepted 23 UAVs, as well as 17 projectiles launched from Ukraine's high-mobility rocket artillery systems, HIMARS, and Uragan. In addition, Russian forces destroyed a series of Ukrainian weapons aided by the West, including 2 M777 howitzer systems and 1 M119 self-propelled gun, 1 Krab self-propelled gun, 1 AS-90 self-propelled gun, 1 Panzerhaubitze 200 self-propelled gun, 1 Dana self-propelled gun, 1 D-30 cannon. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the country's forces continue to attack the eastern and southern provinces of Ukraine, eliminating more than 640 Ukrainian soldiers from combat. Russia continues to concentrate its forces in the eastern and southern provinces of Ukraine. The Russian Ministry of Defense said that its forces continued to attack the eastern and southern provinces of Ukraine, eliminating more than 640 Ukrainian soldiers from combat. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the Ukrainian armed forces lost more than 300 soldiers and 9 tanks in the Donetsk region. Ukraine lost more than 300 soldiers, 9 tanks, 4 infantry fighting vehicles, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 1 STRELA-10 surface-to-air missile system and 27 military trucks, the Russian Ministry of Defense announced. Newspaper. Some related developments. Ukraine admits it is difficult to maintain F-16 fighters. Spokesman of the Ukrainian Air Force Command, Mr. Yuri Ignat, said that it will be extremely difficult for Ukraine to maintain Western F-16 fighters due to the diversity of its military aircraft fleet. This country. We have 4 types of Soviet aircraft. We also want to have Western F-16s, which is very difficult, especially the maintenance of different types of equipment, Mr. Ignat shared. Mr. Ignat also said that Ukraine should soon completely switch to Western-style military equipment. Regarding aviation, according to this official, Kiev may receive other Western aircraft models besides the F-16. Perhaps not 1 but 2 types of aircraft will have a Western style, especially, in addition to the F-16, we are also looking towards the Swedish Gripen aircraft, Mr. Ignat emphasized. Russia raises conditions for peace negotiations. Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova stated that if the West wants Russia to participate in peace negotiations in Ukraine, it should stop supplying weapons to Kiev. Ms. Zakharova emphasized that if the words of Swiss Foreign Minister Ignazio Cassis are only intended to entice Russia into some virtual process orchestrated by the West to make Russia change its stance, then Moscow will not easily be trapped. Previously, Swiss Foreign Minister Ignazio Cassis said that Russia should be invited into the peace negotiation process in Ukraine. Ukraine presented its peace plan to the Davos conference. The representative of Ukraine presented to the Conference of International Security Advisors in Davos, Switzerland, a peace plan to end the nearly 2-year-old conflict with Russia. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky did not attend the opening session of the conference, gathering 81 national security advisors from countries and international organizations around the world in Davos on January 14. On behalf of Mr. Zelensky, attending the meeting was Chief of Staff Andriy Yermak. Previously, Mr. Zelensky announced a 10-point peace plan, which required Moscow to withdraw all forces from Ukraine, at a time when both sides were fighting fiercely to gain control of key positions. Checkpoint along the front line is about 1,500 kilometers long. Switzerland calls on Russia to participate in discussing a peaceful solution in Ukraine. Swiss Foreign Minister Ignazio Cassis declared that Russia must be involved in the peace process in Ukraine. One way or another, we must find a way to invite Russia into this process. There will be no peace without Russia's voice, Mr. Cassis said. The Swiss foreign minister said that representatives of 83 countries are participating in a meeting on Ukraine's peace formula at the level of National Security Advisor, convened on January 14 in Davos under the initiative of Switzerland and Ukraine. Mr. Cassis emphasized that he considers the participation of BRICS countries, Brazil, India, Saudi Arabia and South Africa, in the current discussions to be very important, due to the fact that they can have affecting Russia. Without dialogue, we will not achieve a successful outcome. Mr. Cassis also called the task of peaceful settlement in Ukraine not easy, emphasizing that this process will be long but there is no other choice. Ukraine called on people to make their own UAVs. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Digital Transformation of Ukraine Mikhail Fedorov recently called on the country's people to self-study online to start assembling UAVs to serve the needs of dealing with the Russian military. Mr. Fedorov said that the goal of producing 1 million UAVs this year, recently announced by President Volodymyr Zelensky, is feasible if people help the government. According to Mr. Fedorov, small first-person view, FPV, UAVs have become a game-changing weapon in the conflict between the two neighboring countries.